Now, the problem you're going to have with this is it's going to tend to bend a little bit, so you got to shape it. You have to put something in the center, especially in the bottom, to hold it in place, keep its form. Otherwise, it's going to bend out, it's going to bend in. This is something I learned from building those. Now, I kind of half-assed pre-cut this. This is just leftovers from what was on the ends of this board. And I've already kind of measured it. You have to sometimes just shave it a little piece by a little piece off, which is okay because you can always use these as fillers and wedges after. And with this particular one, it doesn't have to be, I had it, but I want it to just sit in there so I can, there we go. Nice snug. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's got to help hold it in place when I screw it in. So it's not too wide. Oh, looks like, according to this, it might be a little wide. Let me try to see here. Well, it's not too bad. Maybe take just a little off, I think. A little bit more. Seems a little wide up here, so we're going to shave it down off the side here. Take your time. I mean, really, if you're going to do this, don't rush it. You know, see what you can do. Get it done. I mean, depends on what you're aiming for. I don't aim for perfection. I just want something playable. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be playable. Looking cool is a nice added bonus, you know. And slowly I will make this look cool now that I kind of have a theme that I'm going for it. There we go. Just like that. It's going to work. Now, here's what I do. Screws. I use whatever screws are just kind of sitting around the house. I'm not funny, or I'm not specific about it, I'm not picky about it, I'm not fussy about it. If it's a screw and it's sitting around the house, and it looks like it's big enough or long enough, it'll work. You know, I don't have to have anything crazy or special. I just want it to hold the styrofoam in place, you know? Now, you gotta put a little force on it, but don't put too much. You're not trying to use the screw. You're not trying to push the screw in. You do want the screw to grab. You do want it to hold. You want it to do all the things that a screw is supposed to do. Now, I'm going to be a little chintzy with the screw. I'm just going to put one in that one corner, and I'm going to put one up in the corner up here. I will get back around to it, and I will use more screws, but at the moment I'm kind of noticing a lack of screws here. Let me see. Noticing a lack of tools. Appropriate screws. Now, if you're anything like me, apparently every extra screw that's just going to be kind of laying around your house is going to be a Robertson, or Roberts, or whatever the hell it is. So just have a square head around if you're going to need it. The other nice thing is this isn't like wood or whatever. You don't have to worry about it splitting. I mean, if you're too close to the edge, it's going to split, it's going to crack, it's going to break. But this is not, for the most part. Now, if you have nails, you'll be able to pull this out with relative ease. Oddly enough, that's still a new experience for me. Or not relative ease, it might hurt a little bit, and that stings a tad. Actually, no. I'm not going to put too many holes in it. I mean, you can fix it real easy by covering it with something, but, you know, might create yourself more work. Now, on the other hand, you can make it look like actual walls if you wanted to while you're doing the work. You could scar it up or whatnot. I may actually do that this time. I may scar up the walls a little. Might add a nice, cool look to it. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Maybe I'll graffiti the walls a little. Why not, right? No graffiti never hurt on the walls. I don't see that. I don't care either way, really. I'm not here nor there on it. And that's later stuff. That's the fine details. And truth be told, I really can't spray paint at the moment anyways. Weathers, at least today isn't worth while for painting. Not much I don't have spray paint I need. Right, that stone spray paint stuff, I like it. It breaks down and it comes off, and you know, you're going to find yourself every so often having to put a new coat on or something. I'm sure if I used a sealant, it wouldn't chip off as easily as it has. I might do a sealant in the future. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet with the paint job, because I haven't found the paint I want to use yet. I'm going to go out, just get myself like a little batch of stucco or something, a little stucco for texture, and just kind of play with a different couple painting techniques or something. I don't know. You'll see it as I do it. And sometimes you will not be able to just get the idea that we're doing that. Ow! And sometimes you gotta be careful because if you're too close to the edge on the inside, it might end up poking you. I know I'm having this issue right now. I'm trying to feel underneath to see if it's coming through or not. And it didn't, thankfully. I don't like when that happens. Pull that nail out. There we go. There's all the nails out there. All screwed together. It's all screwed up now. I just need to get a paint job. Now, sometimes you may find yourself breaking your X-Acto knife and not being able to use it anymore. So you will find yourself having to cut these blocks with just a regular steak knife, which will work. Do not use one of the serrated ones. The serrated ones suck. They just kind of tear and make a big frickin' mess. Now, when you're doing this, too small is at least better than too big. If it's too small within the lines, that's no big deal. You can deal with that, right? You have a little extra grass, no big deal. However, if it's too big, then it hangs out. And you don't want it to hang out. Trust me, you don't want it to hang out. I guess I should say when just using screws from around the house, try to avoid ones you stripped to shit. And then try and use another screwdriver to put them in. It's not necessarily great. You may not achieve the desired results, and then you spend all your time doing it like this. But so it is, it's a strip screw, you can't use it for anything else. It may just do its job here. Alright. Don't be afraid to let it go into the styrofoam a little bit if you want. Just make sure it holds it in place. There you go, see? As I was saying, if you look here, you'll see this has got a big, long, wide difference in it. So I'm going to trim that down just to help make it fit nicer to other sections. And I just do it by eyeballing for the most part. Like over here, I'm noticing another one. This one here. Or like this, I can see down in here it's this wide thing going on. Yeah, that's pretty much that, you know, no big deal. Now it's gonna, no. This is when you start getting anal. You gotta be careful when you start getting anal, because then you start cutting off too much. And you also start shaving the damn thing, which is a pain in the ass as well. Maybe if you find yourself possibly shaving against the grain, try shaving with, there you go. Apparently you gotta find the grain of the damn thing. There's something new for you. Alright, so there's the wall. I'm going to put the wall aside for now. I'll continue working on the wall later. At the moment, I'm out of screws. It happens. Find yourself screwless.